Welcome to part 11 of Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 1! As you probably could tell, with the exception of Westwind Valley, which I did not take off the tougher foes, I did on many other areas, one of which Metro Factory, which actually did have a boss there. Everyone else barely had anything. So on that note, let's just show off what happens when you go to Metro Factory without the risky foes. The only thing that's there to actually fight is a Needhog. That's it. And plus all the hidden objects that you happen to find while you're scouting, well, guess what? They all respawn. So they're not like permanently gone. You can just come back and grind and get them. But I said before, and I'll say it again, the grind is real in this game. So, we get to fight a Needhog again. Fantastic. Oh, wait, no. Actually, that's a different dragon. I mean, in Westwind Valley, there was a dragon. I think there were like 2 different types of dragons over in the Tokenin Cave. So this one... Oh yeah, there were ancient dragons in Tokenin Cave. So this one's just a Needhog. That's it. Yeah, there's a lot of reused palette swaps. And this game practically is a parody making fun of that. Well, let's go on ahead and actually show off what happens when Plutia uses her SP attacks outside of being a CPU. They still actually hurt.
Leave it to me.
I mean, the effects and the changes are the same. Like, one of her attacks do cause mental down, but at the same vein, she actually does have a different EX attack, but it still does the same amount of damage. The thing is, it doesn't do as much power outside of being a CPU. Oh, and all these risky foes we've beaten, if you haven't already beat them, the first time you beat them, they will drop a medal. And when they drop that medal, normally it would mean you will get a boost in megabytes, or you will get yourself a new CD. That doesn't seem to be the case here. Excuse me. Man, I have something in my throat, and I'm sorry about that. But as you can see, whenever you do fight an actual risky foe from a new area and successfully win, that's another medal. I mean, there are some medals that'll actually give you experience points, some medals that don't. Oh, and that is actually a plan for the Bastard Sword. Also, upon the Thelad Sanctuary being released... Hold on, excuse me 1 second. Sorry about that. I had something in my throat really badly. This is where the Thelad Sanctuary will end up getting some added items or added enemies. Now, when you change the items in the dungeons, you'll get better items, but you could always turn that off too, because there's certain items that you need to find. And unfortunately, this was actually a panda pointing out how stupid Noir's disguise looked. Just saying. So on that note, we now have Boss Lizard, Galchraiser, and Phoenix. By the way, Galchraiser is actually a hunt. So he's located here in the Thelad Sanctuary. I mean, god damn it, I stuttered there. It's located in the Thelad Sanctuary. And unfortunately, this is another cutscene where there's not that much talking. Well, I have a bit of good news for you. I will probably get Uzume by the next part, the actual AV club thing that supposedly lets you view all the cutscenes, I'm not getting that because that should already be in the game. So bear with me on that. Although in the case of Uzume, she's not really that strong starting off, and she's only good to build up EXE gauge, and that's it. Oh, sorry about that, my cat is scratching in the background. Whatever the case, Neptune transformed, and Neptune was ready to take on some monsters. And Noir is surprised at the fact that Neptune transformed. And she's still trying to feign that she has amnesia, when in fact, she doesn't. So, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be beating down some enemies left and right. Specifically, these guys. I mean, as soon as we start off in Thelad Sanctuary, if you're not at level 25, these monsters can give you a hassle.
Right.
It would be in your best interest, like I said, to find time to beat enemies and save. Thankfully, if you get past this area, you don't have to fight this again or go through the cutscene all over again. Just simply win the fight and leave, unless for some reason the game happened to freeze. I know I keep repeating myself in certain subjects, but this is a very important thing. Because for some reason, in all of Idea Factory's infinite wisdom, when it comes down to the Steam version of the Hyperdimension Neptunia games, they took out 8 gigabytes of the game, and it tended to slow down lower-end computers. Well, high-end computers could actually play that no problem. Lower-end, that's a different story. And that's the thing. This game was based off of a handheld game, the Vita, as a matter of fact.
Cry for me.
And just for the record, folks, the boss lizards actually lower your vitality and your mental, so be careful. And your strength. Wow. Oh, they really did a number on me there. But we took care of the monster says here. But I'm telling you this because the game will freeze and it will slow down, and it can be rather tedious. So, I just want to point out that if any time during that battle, or any time during any battle in the Thelad Sanctuary, that all of a sudden your game crashes, or any time near the end of this chapter your game crashes, that is why they took out like 8 gigabytes and it slowed the game down and the game would crash. And it's not just this game, I think it's also Rebirth 2, well, basically all the games that were on the Vita and also the PS4. And there is a patch that you could download to actually speed that up. Now, does it work or not? I'm not sure, but the Steam community actually has an 8 gigabyte patch. I will have to actually give you the link to that, but I would be wary of that because sometimes it would be mistaken for a virus. So be careful if you try to download this patch. Anyway, now we've got ourselves some new monsters to deal with. But first, let's pick up that black fragment. That thing right there that I just saw was Tetri. Tetri obviously being a reference to Tetris. And there is a spider too. That spider also being a reference to, if I'm not mistaken...
What? Over already?
I don't remember. Centipede, yes. Centipede. And of course, we all know what that, we all know that warp pipes from Mario, obviously. I mean, the game takes a lot of inspirations and a lot of references from other video games, and definitely runs home with it and actually uses it and collaborate with its humor. Something like Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, except Ubisoft didn't actually screw up the game license and forget to renew it.
Got you.
Whatever the case, it's a good thing Noir can actually penetrate defenses, because those earth pipes are really damn big tanks if you are like at a lower level than what I'm at right now. Tokameki sisters. Here's the thing about these guys.
Get me.
They're actually based off of dating sims, and they will be very important somewhat in Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 3, because they lock the camera in that game, and in order for you to actually make the camera fully rotatable, you have to have a plan that involves destroying those monsters that I just destroyed. Oh yeah, by the way, there's a quest in this game for that particular monster.
Mission
But the
accomplished.
Tokameki sisters actually are the enemies that causes paralysis. So bear that in mind whenever you run into those monsters.
Speaking of, what's this monster we have to beat? It looks like it's a large-sized monster.
Anything else?
Nothing. That was pretty much all that the documents had in them.
Not saying anything bad to you, but that's quite lacking in information.
Well, we can ask someone when we need more information.
Not like there's someone who would know this kind of information, you know.
My, to see known faces here.
Who are you?
My name, you ask? Yes, of course. You can call me Mages.
Mages.
That's mages with a period.
I don't think that makes verbal sense. Well, okay. Mages it is.
You said something similar the last time, too.
Wait, are you someone I know?
This is great, Nep Nep. You finally met someone who knows you.
From the way it sounds, it looks like Neptune lost her memory.
Exactly! Wow, how'd you know?
With my expertise, I can extract the truth from mere words. Unfortunately, though, I may not be of much help to you.
What do you mean?
To put it simple, I came from another dimension. As such, the Neptune that I know is not the Neptune in front of me.
What do you mean? I'm starting to get confused.
So, mages came from another world and not here, right?
I see. As sharp as usual, IF.
Aside from you knowing Nep, I want to ask you something. We're looking for a certain monster here, but do you know anything?
I do, but it is in exchange for other information.
Okay, but I don't have info on how you can return to your dimension.
No, not that. I want to know where I can buy duck pee.
Ew, that sounds... ugh. Kampa, do you know what it is?
I've never heard it before. Nep Nep? You're asking someone who lost her memory? How about you, Noir?
First time for me, too. What is this duck pee?
No one knows what duck pee is? The drink of the chosen? Duck tear popper?
I get it because it's a Steins
No.
Gate reference.
Hello? The organization has removed existence of duck pee here. I can't give up now. There must be traces of duck pee remaining. You continue the search there. I bid you luck. Lux teneve imag no tamasisum. I can't believe duck pee does not exist here as well.
I don't know who you were speaking to, but can you answer our question next?
Yes, I suppose. What would you like to know?
Do you know the whereabouts of any large-sized monster here?
Is that it? I actually saw one just a while ago.
Really?
It is easily identifiable, with its visual difference from the others.
Thank you. That helps a lot.
I assume you will now be hunting the monster down? I would like to help, but I have an urgent matter to attend to.
Don't worry. We're fine with just the information.
I see. I bid you farewell then.
It looks like the target is near. Let's hurry before it gets away.
To be fair, Mages herself is a Steins Gate reference, and yes, we'll be seeing her later. As in near the end of the chapter later. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting really close to the end of the stage. However, there are a few things we need to fight. I mean, we've already taken care of, like, whatever it is that's been lurking about, so I guess there's just one last thing to deal with. That Gallakreiser over there. Yeah, it looks menacing, it looks ominous, and it's also a palette swap of CFW Judge, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Or was it Brave? No, CFW Brave. Never mind. Yeah, that's the thing. If you haven't actually played Mark II,
There's something in here?
you'll find references to just about all of the four felons, except for maybe two, if I'm not mistaken. No, except for one. Yeah, the main villain of the whole entire story of Mark II, which is CFW Magic, if I'm not mistaken. Whatever the case, I did not mean to get into this battle.
Not yet.
I was just trying to collect items, that's all. Nothing much. Okay, let's try to approach it this way.
Too slow.
That way, from a different angle, I'll be able to break their guard. And it also helps me gain some more EXE. And let me remind you all, I know you're tired of reminders, but I want to remind you all that Noir cannot transform into a CPU. So, whatever battle you're about to go into, yeah. I just wanted to point that out. Because, any battle you go into, Noir cannot transform into a CPU until a certain point, i.e. the end of this chapter. So, I'm just gonna pick up all these items here.
Is there something
Pre-order
in here?
campaign. God damn it, EA. Anyway, let's just take care of this palette swap of that monster that we fought before we fought Noir, Phoenix. And I told you this thing existed. Ironically enough, it came like 2 parts later. So, this is irony in its finest. We just need to gain up enough EXE gauge so that we'll be able to pull off a couple of EXE moves on Galacrizer and finish it off real quickly. Cause yeah, that thing's gonna be a really big, beefy monster. Considering the fact that yes, we are between level 74 and 78, it doesn't matter because that thing will hurt, and it'll hurt lots. Well, provided that it score a couple of critical hits.
Here goes.
And I'm trying to get the, well, I was trying to get the 100 hit trophy, but unfortunately, I guess I was a little bit off there.
Out of my way.
I will probably have to, like,
Something extra for ya.
get somebody who can actually do 50 hits in one attack before I actually pull that off. It's gonna be a little bit harder. And it's for an achievement anyway, so it's not really that important, but you do need to perform a 100 hit combo for an achievement. Any other achievement is basically raising the level of Noir and all the others to 99. Which, by the way, by the end of the game, it's gonna be accomplished. Consider everyone shares experience.
You look pretty strong.
And now it's time for Galacrizer.
It's my turn.
Yeah, this thing is huge. Boost? Yeah, that would be a good idea. Strength boosters.
Leave it to me.
Wanna know what else would be a good idea? I think either intelligence or accuracy boosters. Or even agility boosters would be fine. I'll just use an intelligence booster. That way, that'll cut down all of the magic damage that he'll use. Hold on. Damn it. Let me arrange myself. There we go.
Now's the time to use it.
Alright.
Me.
Let's switch to the HDD form. And do as much damage as I possibly can. Now,
Sorry.
I was going to actually switch over to Neptune and actually show you guys a little something. But for right now, let's go on ahead and do some damage to Galacrizer first and try to put some bad stats on the guy. He needs them. By God, like I said, without any bad stats, he hits like a truck. Even if I'm at level 75, he'll still probably do like 1,000 or 2,000. And at least 5 or 6 hits, he'll probably kill off all of my party members. And if all your party members are dead, guess what? You can't switch. Not in this game. Maybe in Rebirth 3, but not in this game.
What's that about?
And by putting some bad stats on him, I just got finished taking, well, 50 damage. Okay. Well then unleash hell there, Noir. By all means.
Personally to your grave.
Or this, boy, I'm pretty sure that I actually showed off Neptune. If not, I'll probably will in the next part.
Parrot.
Nice!
Let's get this over with.
Oh wait, no, I didn't show off Neptune, because this fight's almost over. Ah, good grief. We'll probably have to show off Neptune's skills in the next part. But whatever the case, let's just kill this guy right quick. At least save enough EXE gauge for the actual boss, which is actually going to be easier than what we're dealing with here. And ooh, that's a lot of experience points. And we got a rare item for that. So whatever the case, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to save here, because if I try to battle any more, there's a big chance my game will crash. So on that note, I'll see you guys next time, and we will continue on and finish Thelad Sanctuary, and then after that, it'll just be continuing on with plot. So see you in part 12. Peace out.